Hi everyone, today I'm going to continue analyzing the Skibidi Wars Multiverse. In this analysis, we'll break down episode 54, 55, and 56. I will show all the secrets and Easter eggs of these episodes and introduce you to the craziest Titan in the all-multiverse history. This kind of madness you definitely won't see in the original Skibidi toilet. How strong is Tri-Titan and what powers does he have? Is it true that Tri-Titan is really an alien and the Alliance has brought him to their side? Get your tea and snacks ready and watch this video to the end. It will definitely blow your mind. Let's go! Episode 54 is a continuation of the previous episode where Titan Cameramen lost the battle against G-Man. If you haven't watched the last episode's analysis, I recommend you do so after you're done with this video. Turns out Titan survived and is able to get up. It looks weird because the jetpack is on him. But last episode after the G-Man shot, it looks like it got blown up. Anyway, this guy went up and one of the TVman teleported right to him. Note that his size is much smaller than Titan Cameramen's. In the original series, their sizes were similar, but in this multiverse, it's really different. But after that, something crazy happens. Another Titan TV man shows up and it becomes clear why the difference in their sizes is so big. I don't think these guys are really Titans. There's probably a main Titan TV man that will be much bigger than these kinds, and these guys are just a smaller version of him. They're teleporting the Titan together, and we realize that we're watching all of this from another TV man's screen. The cameraman points his finger up, and we see a secret lab. There is a TV man scientist on the left, and he looks very interesting. His TV looks very big, and he's not wearing gloves as well. Is it just me, or is bro really leaning over and showing us his bumpy? It's really Susie, but okay, I'm not interested in that kind of thing. There's a Black Mesa logo on top. We saw it in the 50th episode of the original series on Tower, and similar logo was on the scientist's toilet in the 30th episode. In case you didn't know, Black Mesa is a corporation in Half-Life game, and the Multiverse author often takes some stuff from this game. Speakermen look different too. Their sizes are various in this multiverse. There are two Speakermen behind them that have the usual size as in the original series, and the third one is much smaller. I hope he doesn't have complexes because of his height, or he compensates it with something else big. I don't know. It turns out that all of the races here have different versions of agents, so this guy looking like TV's Titan Man is much smaller than in the original one. This Speaker Man wears a black shirt with light-colored pants, and it's kind of opposite. In the original series, all the big Speaker Men usually wear a white shirt with black pants. After a couple seconds, Speakerman shows us where to go, and we see this big boy Titan here. It's Tri-Titan. This is the strongest and most epic Titan I've ever seen. He has the strength of all three Titans. He has two speakers, a TV, and two camera cannons like Titan Cameraman got in episode 52. This giant looks insane. He doesn't look like regular Titans, and he reminds me more of an alien that the Alliance has brought over to their side. This place also looks like the TV Men base from episode 66, and it has a similar design to the Citadel from Half-Life. In this game, this place is the headquarters of the Alliance on Earth, in case you didn't know. The next episode starts with anti-parasite cannon freeing the Speakerman. This cannon looks exactly like the weapon used by the Titan Cameraman in episode 52, but it works differently. A shot from that cannon destroyed Skibidi and seems to have even ignited him. But the same cannon in this episode just cured Speakerman from the parasite. Look at that, it didn't even destroy him. Let's take a look at episode 37 of the original series. The anti-parasite cannon shot hits directly at the mutant and spreads to Speakerman. Notice that the Speakerman's parasites were also destroyed by the shot, while in the multiverse this douchebag just ran away. Also, a screen or something should go up before a shot is fired, but in this version it just stays still. Notice also that here we see the beam hitting the enemy and creating a small light explosion, while here the beam just goes through the Speakerman. What the heck? The parasite looks different too. His body is completely made up of a toilet here. In episode 34, he was fully mechanized. He had robotic legs and a special device instead of a cistern. Also in the multiverse, instead of mechanical legs, we just see a head crab inside the toilet. Anyway, after the parasite leaves Speakerman's body, he tries to escape. But TV Man is not going to let this creep go and ignites him. This is really interesting that in this multiverse, every TV man has the ability to create fire. In the original series, only TV Woman could do that. I already said that Skibidi Wars is a far future of the original series, and it looks like in the future, all TV men use the strongest abilities. Maybe these guys are able to detach their TV and hypnotize mutants like TV Woman did. Then this Skibidi shows up and he's looking like the fire breather from episode 50 of the original series. Speakerman enters the fight with him, fires a shot directly into his face, and it looks like it is over. But Skibidi Toilet turns out to be not so simple and delivers a shot to his back afterward. This Speaker Titan seems like an older version from the original series. You can tell that by the white speakers and only one weapon on his arm. A newer version with red speakers and 2 guns on his arm just appeared in episode 56. Look at how Jetpack looked in the original series, and it had 2 big turbines. Now look at the jetpack of this Titan. It looks like a first grader's backpack who's late for school, and it's really goofy. Speakerman falls right over the cameraman, and we start watching everything on behalf of the other cameraman. Skibidi's head is covered with various devices and most likely a destroyed defense attached to them. This Titan seems to need improvement immediately. If his guns can only destroy the small defenses on the mutant's face, what is he going to do in a battle with G-Man? But that doesn't matter, because TVman Lil Titan shows up. This one has rotors on his speakers, though the versions before him were without them. He uses his glow and almost destroys Skibidi, but another bastard enters the battle and stabs him in the back. It's a Skibidi Strider with katanas. He appeared in the final battle between Cinemamen and G-Man and in episode 57 of the original series. The blades on this TV man's elbows look different too. In the original series, the blades look like 2 toothpicks, but here they seem more powerful. Unfortunately, TV Man doesn't have time to use them, and the mutant's blow hits him right in the core. For such a sneaky punch, this mutant gets smacked right in his face. Tri-Titan is here, and we finally get to see him in action. He easily handles the mutant and is ready to continue the fight. He walks towards the fire-breathing Skibidi, but something seems to be wrong with him. Look at the way he's moving. It doesn't look like he's running away, and most likely the glow of TV Man has hypnotized and brainwashed him. Tri-Titan grabs him and stares right into the bastard's face. It looks like he's sucking out his soul. The mutant's head drops without strength, but that's not all for him. Tri-Titan has a special gift prepared. He fires his camera cannons and sets him on fire. All that's left of him is just his skull. We saw something like this in episode 51 of the original series, where we were Titan's POV. The battle is over, and Tri-Titan flies away. His head looks very strange, and it's not like normal Titans have. His whole body is covered in purple stripes and resembles a normal human's veins. Where do you think this Titan really came from? Write about it in the comments. I'll be very interested to read it. Episode 56 begins, and we see the scientist for the first time. He has armored glass on his face, and this kind of material we saw when the cameraman drove the car in episode 63. It had the exact same armored glass. He also has a weapon on his head, the same weapon the main mutant had in episode 51 of Skibidi Wars. The scientist is not alone here, and after a couple seconds we see G-Man, and it seems the scientist wants to show him something. He also has claws, and his toilet is covered in rust, and there is a special machine with small wheels underneath. The same toilet we saw in episode 42, when he stole the lens from the cameraman. He seems like a separate kind of toilet ninjas who can move silently and quickly. The camera changes perspective, and we see TV Man trapped and chained a little bit. In episode 52 we saw Chained Toilet, but this time the test subject will be a member of the Alliance. This guy looks really big, but his TV seems really old, and his suit doesn't look like any other TV men have. The scientist is getting ready to test a new weapon on him, and it's the same gun that G-Man wanted to use in the battle with the Titans in episode 53. The scientist fires, and the parasite capsule flies right into TV Man. This parasite looks different, and is shaped like a Sinks. These capsules were also used in Half-Life, and work the same way with head crabs. There is a sign, Philly Amco, in the TV, and it may be a reference to the Phillips company name. This guy's mind is taken over by a parasite, and that's where the test of the new weapon ends. Where G-Man flies away, we can see the number 2 on this new gun. Most likely this is second version of the weapon, because the first one was on G-Man's head before, and I think it works like a regular gun with a very strong shot. There is the same gun of the second version, but attached to a large sink appears right after that. It looks like it was just a test version, but here we can see a full-fledged cannon for G-Man. Notice this sinky Skibidi who runs this big gun. From this panel, the Skibidi Sink is able to control this weapon and infect with sink parasites anyone who gets in his way. I think they planned something to infect the Titans and maybe even Tri-Titan. It would be insane if such a strong buddy will fight on the Skibidi Toilet's side. Let me know in the comments who you think is the stronger Tri-Titan or G-Man. And that was me. ISO Toilet! See ya!